Hi, and welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're going to make chocolate chip cookies.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
With school coming, I thought I'd share some of the lunchbox favorites of my kids over the years. This batch makes quite a bit, and you can freeze them and then take them out each day and stick them in their lunch if you're packing lunches. It's a pretty basic recipe, and it calls for 2 sticks of softened butter here. And 3/4 cup white sugar and brown sugar. All right, so you don't really need any fancy tools. I just use my hand mixer. If you want to make a bigger batch, I'd get a bigger mixer out. You want to beat together really well and cream your butter and sugar together. All right, so it's kind of on the fluffy side. So next you want to add 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla. And I don't ever measure the vanilla, but make sure you use the real stuff. Okay, and then you want to mix that in. All right, so next you want to add your dry ingredients. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of soda. And then the next thing is 2 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. All right, and when it's just about mixed together, you want to add a whole bag of chocolate chips. I like milk chocolate chips. These happen to be Hershey's. If you want to use semi-sweet, you can as well. And just mix them in. All right. Okay, so now we're going to get them on a cookie sheet. I have lined my cookie sheets with parchment paper, and I really like to use a cookie scoop on them. That makes them really even, and it's super easy to get them on the cookie sheet. I put 12 on these. All right, so our kids went to a small school here, and so we didn't have a huge hot lunch program. They only had hot lunch like on Fridays, and I would always have to make their lunch every day. So come to find out, when they started having friends over, that they would trade cookies so the friends could get my cookies at school instead of their store-bought ones. So I thought that was funny. We're gonna get these in the oven. I like to cook them for about 11 minutes. So when your cookies are baking, work on the next sheets of cookies and getting the dough balls on the cookies so that you can switch the cookie sheets out quickly. And so we're going to do that now. When I was a personal chef, I gave my clients an option of getting frozen dough balls or baked cookies. So you can pop these in the freezer just like this and freeze them and then store them in a Ziploc bag. And bake them if you only want like 6 or you want hot chocolate chip cookies for dessert or something. It makes a great way to do that. Or if you secretly want to just sit and eat the cookie dough, that's allowed too. The last ones I just kind of add the dough to and make them extra big, and then the chef gets those. Ooh, they're perfect. All right. These are out of the oven, and I leave them on the cookie sheet because they're going to continue to bake on the cookie sheet for just a minute until they're set. And then I slide them off, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so the cookies have cooled for just a minute, and they've set up a little. You can kind of touch them with your finger, and they're not so super squishy. So what I do is this is one of the reasons I love the parchment. Just don't burn yourself. I slide them off, and then I let them cool, just like that. And then they don't continue cooking. All right, and now you should go pour yourself a glass of milk. Hey, thanks for baking chocolate chip cookies with me today. I hope these turn into your kids' lunchbox favorites that are so good they're stealable. Have a great day.
All right, you're rolling whenever you're ready.
Oh my gosh, this brings me fear every time.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna move this out the way. Move, Denver. Denver, go to your spot.
Gonna taste good, I know.